Hello, brothers and sisters. Pride, as we know, it is always based on victories and achievement. However, our designated pride comes not only from success, but also from failure and hardship to be a true winner. Anyone can take pride in themselves through victory. However, you will be a true winner if you can take pride in yourself during failure or trials. It reminds me of the last verse of True Father's poem, Crown of Glory. When I loved those who acted against me, I brought victory. If you have done the same things, I will give you the crown of glory. Dear brothers and sisters, even if my life has been made miserable by those who betrayed me, I am a victor if I can love them. If we live like that, the Lord will give His crown of glory to us so that we will be the real winners. The year 2022 seems to be a year of a great ordeal for our Unification Church. In particular, Prime Minister Abe's assassination related to church members' son is not only about religion, but also politically confusing the church. Therefore, trial will never come to our church as it is today. In times like this, it will not be easy to be proud of ourselves as a member of the Unification Church and to boast of our true parent. This is because in the past, there are many negative perceptions of our church in general in society, right? So I'm worried that this incident may demoralize many families. However, we are proud of ourselves in front of the world because our life so far has been the sacrifice for others for the will of God. Right? Don't you think so? Therefore, the stronger the lies of those who try to interfere with the heaven's providence, the more our truth shine before them. So in this challenging time, the depression of the family is what Satan wants. Therefore, I would like to reflect today on how proud we are as believers who have trusted and followed our true parents as a Unificationist. So at this moment, I would deeply appreciate and pay respect to our Japanese brothers and sisters who sacrificed for their lives for world peace. First, there is the issue of the Unification Church's donation that are used to undermine the will of heaven. Everyone, we are people who have supposed to not only our offerings, but also our lives under the providence of God. Right? Right? So, where did we spend our donation? What kind of purpose our life live for? The donations were mainly used for providential organizations, businesses, events, conferences, and supporting mission countries. Number one, when it comes to providential organizations, you can easily think of UPF, Women's Federation, ACLC, etc. However, there are so many providential organizations that true parents created for the providence of God's will that there are too many to talk about here, right? These providential organizations are all non-profit organizations whose purpose is not for profit. Number two, what is providential businesses? These are the Washington Times, 세계 Daily News, 통일 Group, and many schools that belong to Sunmun Academic Institute, which you can easily record. Number three, an event is a blessing event, right? And True Parents World and National Speaking Tour held several times a year for many decades. Number four, a conference is related to the providential organizations. It is a world summit, religious conferences, and scientist conference, women's conference, extra, and a conference for world peace several times a year in many decades. It is the cost of various activities to create a mission foundation for 192 countries worldwide. We'll support missionary activities in communist countries, non-Christian countries, and economically disadvantaged third countries. The church has provided full support in all areas. In particular, the field we would focus on here is the providential business area. The providential business is a profit organization. However, True Parents did not pursue business interests to save and guide humanity. This becomes incomprehensible from an entrepreneur's point of view, business people's point of view. The Washington Times and 세계일보 are the good example. Many media outlets worldwide claim to be citizens' ears, eyes, and mouths. However, most of the media have brainwashed citizens with the best news they want. Therefore, True Parents have been engaged in the media business against the left-wing media that go against the providence of God. The media business made a huge deficit every year. They lose a lot of money, but it had to be continued to for the sake of providence of heaven and world peace. Due to time constraint, it is impossible to list all the characteristics of all providential organizations and business here. However, the non-profit and the for-profit organizations that true parents have been running have never been operated for the same profit, making purpose pursued by people in business around the world. The motto of all the institutes and business established by true parents is love heaven, love humanity, and love your nation. It wasn't just that. True parents' financial help has always been extended to many religions and denominations that persecute and oppose true parents. And although communist ideology is unacceptable, he gave unconditional love and support to the North Korean people suffering under that communist regime. In order to do this providential work, all members of Unification family, centering on true parents, had to make sacrifices. True parents did not invest in the Unification Church. And the members of the Unification Church used even a penny of donations for public works. That's an extensive comparison with Christianity and other religious denominations that invest all their offering into their churches. True parents are the founder of a religion but do not own any property. For example, after true father passed away, there is no inheritance tax paid to the government. This means that neither the true mother nor true children inherit any property. People often refer to the East Garden or Cheonjeonggung as the private property of true parents, right? Even our members are thinking about that. However, as you will know by visiting it yourself, true parents only use one of the building space for living. This garden is now open to the public as a museum. Cheonjeonggung will also become a history museum when true mother is absent on earth. These houses are not private property that is passed on to their children. This is far from the fact that many religious people and business people in the world often inherit their churches or businesses to their descendants. Everyone, I believe that as a member of the Unification Church, you know the personal life of true parents better than anyone else and know how our donation were used, right? Am I right? That is why we are proud to be member of Unification Church, even though the path we are walking is difficult. In this way, the pride we have is perhaps genuine. I want to approach the difficult situation that it has been facing us this year providentially. In the world, especially in a fallen world, people do not care about matters that are not important, right? In other words, having a lot of interest means that it is just as important. Very, very important, right? Therefore, it is Satan who dominates the human attribute of the fallen world. We who are leading the providence of restoration are very well aware of the existence of Satan. We have seen Satan's struggle all too well in the most crucial period of human history. First, when God created the universe and human beings, Satan corrupted even Adam and Eve, who were in God's dominion, so God could not fulfill His will. 2,000 years ago, even Jesus, the only begotten Son of God, Satan took his life. Satan took his life. Now is an important time to establish the final status of true parents on this earth through true mother, only begotten daughter. True parents' existence is to inform all humanity that God, who has been shown as God that Father for 6,000 years, is our heavenly parent. For the past 6,000 years, we humans have only had God the Father, who has only fear and majesty. It is not unreasonable to say that Satan has taken the place of Heavenly Mother for 6,000 years. The mother's role is to nurture and raise children. Therefore, humans have lived as descendants of fallen humans under the dominion of Satan. Consequently, at this time, true mother is the taking over the position and status of a heavenly mother from Satan. Therefore, at such a crucial time, true mother and all of us who follow true mother may be predicted for the trial that will come. The great persecution and trials means that true mother's mission and works are just as important. Very, very important. The greater the trials and suffering that come to us, the crown of glory from the Lord, our Lord, will given to us in difficult time. Let's become the sons and daughters of our true parents who are proud of being member of the Unification Church and proud true parents to the world. Yes, brothers and sisters. Thank you, brothers and sisters. God bless you.